Hey, what is going on everybody? My name is Eric and today I am bringing you guys the best Valkyrie camera spots on the map Border. Okay, for the first site we're going to focus on armory, lockers, and archives. So for this first cam spot I like to come into offices, and there are a bunch of different spots you can throw them. My favorite are definitely on these the two little arches things right here. I like throwing them right up there. And if you do them right, you can see the hallway and all of offices. So they and you can even see a little bit in the main lobby. So they're a great utility cam to see which side of or which side they're pushing the most. So otherwise, you can throw it up there, which is also a good cam spot. Up here only really covers the hallway. Same with up there. So they are not as good of spots as these. They're pretty well hidden up there, and they do their job quite well. So for the second cam spot, I like to come into security, and a couple of different spots as well in here. My my favorite spot beyond any is right up here, right above the TVs up there. It looks really hidden up here, and you get to see all of security. You get to see in the break room, and you can see usually that wall over there is typically broken, and you can see onto the balcony, the door, and the window. So this cam is great to see if they're going for an A push instead of a B push, or to see if they're rotating around for B push. So yeah, that's why I like to throw that cam. Now the third cam I like for an outside cam. There are quite a few different spots here, but my favorite beyond any is to come out here, break this vault, and now both sides work really well, but I like this side better for this site. Throw it right up there, and the reason why is you can kind of see if they're rappelling on this side of the balcony. Vent pushes have become somewhat of the meta now, so you see a lot more of them. So I like to have a cam that covers the vent area, and the bonus you can see if they're rappelling that balcony, or if they're yeah. But if you throw it on this side, the benefits of that is you can see down there onto the window, and if they're rappelling on this window. Usually they aren't though, but you can see if they hop into vent units down there, which is the room down there. Now there are a few different spots too. You can come out here, throw it on the light posts. You can jump out of vent units and throw it onto that lamppost. You can toss it onto that thing up there. You can really work with your surroundings to try and maximize the view you can get, but minimize the visibility of the cam. Up there, really well hidden, never really checks. That cam does wonders for me. So yeah, we're gonna move on to our next site. Ten out of 10 nitro. Okay, we're moving on to our next site, which is workshop and ventilation room. Now for the first cam, I like to come in this hallway right up here and toss it right onto that little bar, and you get just a great view of everything. The main hallway, customs door, main hall, door, tellers, hall, tellers, and bathroom. This cam just maximizes such a great view. It's pretty well hidden as well. Not many people are going to look up there. Again, there are a few different spots you can throw it, like right up in here, or you know, right up there if you want to. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite spot right up there. You can see all like 5 or 6 of those things. Now for the second cam, I like to come upstairs and throw one upstairs. Now again, a few different spots with this one. Usually I'll throw one right into this corner up here. And it covers armory because this is such a crucial spot to hold, especially on B. You have your hatches up here. You can see if they're getting hatches or if they're pushing top, or you can come into offices and you know, that cam spot, very overused, but it does its job. Or you can go again to this but for the purposes of this video, we're going to come up here and use this one right up here. It's a great cam spot. You get to see all of Armory, and if you throw it just a little bit better, you can see a little bit better onto that side of the fencing. But yeah, that's that cam. Now for the third cam, this was the outside one. I usually, rule of thumb for Valkyrie, I usually like to have at least one cam outside per site. I mean, it depends on the site, but typically one outside cam. Now for this outside cam, we threw it on that side for the Armory spot. We're going to move to this side for the ventilation spot. Now, very well hidden. You get to see if they're pushing the ventilations up here, pushing through archives, TV room into hatches. You can see if they're up here, or if they're going to push through B window. And that's the beauty of this this Valcam, this side instead of the other side. You get to see if they're going to push B. You get to see if they're around B, and you get to see you basically just get a lot of information from this cam. So yeah, that is workshop and ventilation room. So now we're going to move on to the third site. Wow, 2 for 2. Alright, so moving on to custom inspections and supply room. For the first cam spot, I like to come over here, and just like workshop and ventilation room, I like to utilize this cam spot once again for my first cam. Just such a great cam. All 5 or 6 spots you can watch, the main hallway, and if they're coming into or out of workshop. Such a great cam. Now for the second cam that's inside, I like to come upstairs and throw it into security. Now we threw it up there for our Armory defense, but we're going to throw it up here for customs. And the reason that is because let me get a better throw here. The reason that is because wow, that's not much better. The reason that is because you get to watch if they're coming into break room, which that's a much more crucial room to see. So we're gonna throw it on this side, and you still basically get to the exact same views. You get to see the hatches and Armory wall and all of that, but you get the better view onto the break room door and into break room. So that's why we throw it there. Now for the third cam, I like to come over here, and I like to get one outside. Now there are a ton of different spots outside. All along that fence up there is great. You can come right out this door and just yeet one onto the fence up there. So it's always a good spot. It never gets seen. You get to see all of this, and if they're pushing this balcony or delivery, which is right under me. But my favorite cam spot by far is coming out of the front door, which is downstairs. So I'm going to come out of here and pretend I'm coming out of the front door. So we break the front door and run straight out here, and you can either throw it on the lamppost or the tree behind. Personally, I prefer the tree behind because it's a little bit more hidden. So you're safe. You're definitely 100% safe running all the way out here and throwing it on there, and then running back inside immediately. For the tree, you get to see all of the west side of the building, and you can see if they're breaking into I think that's geez, what is that room called? Detention, that's what it's called. You can see if they're breaking into detention. You can see if they're going to push from west into the main side, or you can see if they're going to rotate around and maybe push the vent units on the north side. So I love this cam spot. This is the outside one I use for customs. So yeah, so we're going to move on to our final site. Alright, on to our last site of bathroom and tellers. For the first cam spot, once again, I like to utilize the spot right up here. We've been over this twice now, but again, just get to watch so much in such a well hidden spot. Now for the second cam, I like to come upstairs into offices because there's a hatch. And typically you're either playing you're playing upstairs for bathroom and teller's hold. Now again, we can throw it up there, which is probably where I would throw it. But you can throw it up there into that room, into that spot to see if they're coming from there. Up here works well as well. You can see fountain, the hallway, the stairs, and armory door. Or you can throw it like just in anywhere inside offices to watch offices and to watch the hatch. But we're going to reuse this cam spot again and watch the hatch and watch the hallway, and you get to see a little bit down there into the main lobby. So that is why I like to use this cam for bathroom and tellers. Now for the third cam, it's an outside cam. There are a bunch of different spots as well. You can throw it again up there where we threw it for our armory cam, armory defense outside cam. But the reason I don't like it is because you only get to see the north side and not very well. You can come out of that and throw it onto that thing, but I feel like the smoke from this car blocks a lot of the view, so you don't get to see as well as you might want to. Now you can just come out of this window and throw it onto like the car or the bus or any of the cars or the wall back there, which all of those work fine. But my favorite spot by far is definitely just this tree. So you throw it right onto the tree and you get to see the window, the main window, the main wall, and you get to see all of the east side. And if you throw it like I can, you can even see behind and see if there's anybody trying to get a peek from the east spawn. So yep, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my Twitch. I try to stream daily for like at least 6 hours daily. That's what I aim for. Yeah, check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/Eric, UHERIK. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and yeah, peace out, everybody.
Take it easy, take it slow. We ended up just like before, so take it easy.